it. On my way, people calling me nigga, all the trouble I see, I ain't do at peace. When the suffering, the success, I can't pay the code, how I get paid. Sooner or later, my hustle will pay. Never, and I'm rushing myself. Keep it cool, everything I'm a sissy. Too much rushing, I probably chasing. One day, one day. One day. I'll get it cool. One day,
I'm also gonna pay one day. Any mistake gonna see my face. Me I know I'm not watching it. One day, success gonna come my way. I know my hustle gonna pay one day. Any mistake gonna see my face. Me I know I'm not watching it. One day, success gonna come my way. Yeah. My mama was so angry. My papa was so angry. My friend was the money. Any mess will come on and this. So I'm my way. 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 I'm on my way to this person, I'm looking for money. Looking for money, looking for money. I want to make my man happy. Want to make Papa happy. Want to make my brothers and sisters to come around me. Yeah, can't be the cool. Why you know hustle? Why saying the book by the Genesis? Shall come at the fight, shall come at the power. I feel never be working on Wednesday. In my love for the man, in my love for the man. All in the dark, all in the dark, all in the week, all in the week. All in the sun, the mama was so angry. My papa was so angry. My friend was the money. Any mess that will come on and miss. So I'm my way. 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 I'm my way.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. It's in the lower 60 degrees in Providence, Rhode Island this morning. Did you enjoy that rain yesterday? Did you enjoy that rain? You know, I had an interview yesterday with Representative Anastasia Williams. And we had hooked it up and all, and that rain came down at noon, right after noon, and I tell you, I laid back in my bed and I was gone. I lost the whole day. I woke up at 6 o'clock in the evening. I didn't know where I was. I forgot about my interview with her. I forgot about everything. That rain just took me away. Unfortunately for me, when I called her to apologize, she said, "Oh, it rained yesterday and that rain just took me away." So I guess it was just all right. The rain just came and took us away, man. But it was wonderful. It was wonderful. Okay, so besides the rain, let's get into my topics for this morning. 1, if Liberian people do not think and act soon. They will beg and suffer for life. 2. What is wrong with Alternative National Congress standard bearer Alexander Cummings? What's wrong with him? So we're going to check all of that out.
I would waste it all for you.
So let me take a break and sip my coffee, and we'll be back to take the show away, okay? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lieutenant Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson. I'm at Flames, the Jamaican restaurant in Providence, Rhode Island. I'm here with the proprietor. Ma'am, could you kindly tell us your name and how long this business has been here?
My name is Sophia, and this business has been here for 6 years.
What kind of support have you received from the community?
Great support. We receive great support from the community.
And especially the African community?
The African, the Spanish, and then we're close to the hospital, so there's a lot of people that come by from the hospital. All different culture.
Wow, that's
Everybody
nice.
want to try something new.
Yes, I just took a shot of some of your food here. It seems very delicious, and I've had some of them too. Some of your meal.
Yeah.
What message do you have for your customers?
They could come anytime. Come anytime. We treat our customer with great respect.
Thank you very much, Sophie.
You're welcome.
And I hope you have good luck here as long as you're here.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too, dear. Thanks.
If Liberian people do not think and act soon, they will beg and suffer for life. That is a fact. Look at our society now. We have a breakdown in our societal norms, in our society and way of life. There's a breakdown. Because our government cannot meet the needs of the people, cannot facilitate the processes of governmental functions to meet the needs of the Liberian people. Our society has broken down. We have protests because it's necessary. When government fails to act, or when government acts bad, when government acts with dereliction, the people must let the government know that they are dissatisfied. And this is what happening in our country right now. Everywhere you turn, there's justified protests against the government. because of the incompetence, their bad leadership, their weak governance, their stealing, their corruption, their evil against the Liberian people. The people got to protest. Because if they don't protest, it will lead to something more violent. The people have to let out their anger, their grievances, their bitterness, their hurt. They cannot keep it in. And when government continually tries to stop them, to deter them from speaking out, to silence them, there will be repercussion. There will be lashback. The people are stronger than the government. They can have all the guns and everything. The people are the government. And whatever leadership is controlling the governance of there's a difference now. There's a difference between government and governance. The people are the government. The leaders handle the governance of the country. That's two different things. We make up the government. We are the people. The government is for the people, by the people, and of the people. It's us. The governance of our country is handled by our leaders. And when they act bad, and when they show extreme dereliction of duties, incompetence, ineptitude, they gotta go. They gotta go because when they cannot act and they refuse to listen and follow instructions of the people, we end up with violence. And this is where we're headed right now. We got corrupt officials. Corruption is uncontrolled. It's so under control now, there's no way to read corruption back in except we start disciplining. The government got to go. First of all, the government got to go. The government is rotten, stinking, nasty. It got to go. Too many people are ripping our country off. Too many people ripping our country off with impunity. And it's the same people want to come back into government time and time again. This is not right. They don't want to steal and go away, but they want to steal and persist in their stealing and controlling our government. And this is not right. I mean, our governance system is so bad now. We got the Minister of Justice accusing his Solicitor General, or the Solicitor General accusing each other of writing a foreign government to report each other. What has our country come to? Look at, let me show you this other one here. This is another example of a breakdown in our society. Total breakdown in the governance and leadership of our society. Then it reflects, it permeates throughout the society. Because if the leadership is broken down, what do you expect of the people in the country? There's lawlessness. People doing what they want to do. There's no check and balance anywhere. So let's look at our legislature now in the House of Confusion.
Welcome to Focus on Liberia. This is Prince Moba. This is the chambers of the House of Representatives. Honorable Cummings is demanding a payment of the extra city fee that should be paid by the executive to members of the House or the legislature to be specific who have been called for an extraordinary session. As you may be aware, the House or the legislature joined as per the law, but the president called them back for extra session. So yes, we're here. Keep following Focus on Liberia.
For that statement, to hell with you for that statement.
He's been asked to work with the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives outside, so we follow him. So we stay here. There's a serious consultation with Honorable Cummings and the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives. We don't know what they call the intent of the consultation is, but I'm sure it might be. I hear what they're talking. They killing for what?
This is some privilege.
What privilege?
They are all of the chiefs. He said he just want to have a check. When you get the
yeah, nothing wrong with that. We are accustomed to that.
You know the deputy speaker is appealing to you.
No, the didn't talk. Are you talking to him?
I will speak to you and come from my heart.
All right, thank you.
For what? For what? Don't tell them, don't say, no, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I said, don't touch me. So what you? Speak us, I will not go where? You are assaulting me. No, you are assaulting me. You are assaulting me. You are assaulting me. You are assaulting me.
We stay here trying to see the side is preventing Honorable Cummings from going in to the chambers of the House. According to him, the Speaker has instructed him to stop Honorable Cummings from going to the chambers after close to consultation with the Deputy Speaker of the House. So we don't know what's happened here. Honorable Cummings is being prevented from entering the main chambers of the House of Representatives. As you can see, this is a chamber of the House of Representatives, and the been denied entry there by the side house. We're trying to see what's happening here. This is Focus on Liberia. My name is Spring. This is the House of Representatives. We're following every bit of what's transpiring here now. Outside of the chambers, in the corridor of the chambers, in the corridor of the House of Representatives, rather. According to the information from the Science at Arms, he been instructed by Speaker Chambers not to allow Honorable Cummings into the main chambers of the House, and we're trying to find out what's happening here. This is it. So keep following Focus on Liberia. We stay here.
And when you assault me, I will assault you. Okay, when you assault me, I will assault you. I was in letter, you know what you letter, right? You know what you letter, right? When you assault me, I will assault you. Now I'm telling you. Anybody comes out, go outside. What kind of question is this? I got my money, but you put right, stealing money and camping away. You tell me what it. What's that?
This is it.
All the information about saying, you just robbing yourself. You just robbing yourself. Anybody comes out, go inside. What kind of thing is this?
Honorable Cummings, you've been prevented from entering the chambers of the House of Representatives.
I was betrayed by the Deputy Speaker and it will not happen again.
Why are you?
The Deputy Speaker asked me to come here for him to talk to me. At the end of the day, I've been betrayed by the I will not respect you again anymore. How
do you describe this action against you today?
This action is a gangsterism action.
all right?
Yes.
So will you be also jealous then? You keep what?
Bossman, any place I want to go, the deputy speaker will never tell me anything again. Listen to it. He asked me because he wanted to talk to me for me to come outside. I keep outside. At the end of the day, they gave me that man called himself car to the president gave me instruction. You understand what
Have you confirmed that from the speaker?
What you call confirm what from the speaker?
From what the senior had told you?
From what the senior said?
Yeah, it is by the speaker's instruction.
By whose instruction?
The speaker's instruction.
By whose instruction?
That one, yes, sir.
I will find out that through him myself getting the problem.
Okay.
Because he got no right to stay in for me. He got no right when he let them to come here. This is where I'm supposed to talk. That ain't even upon letting me to talk.
Which money are you requesting for?
What?
Which money?
I've been called back to where I need to know what happened to my money business.
Okay.
Yeah, people passing around stealing money and using them.
You stay outside the chambers. You should be in session by now.
My man, I will go inside. Watch your process and see.
You will go in after session.
I will go inside.
After the session.
After anything, I will go inside.
So you alone will
and I will take them with the deputy speaker.
You alone
the
will
deputy speaker.
After session, you
let me tell you something. Nobody could walk me out of that place there. You saw my action, right? You saw my action, right? Nobody could walk me out. It was a bit, now it was. It is a betrayal by the deputy speaker.
So how do you feel about that?
How do I feel?
Yeah.
I will hang out with him.
How do you?
I will hang out with him. I will hang out with him. No, I want to go inside. No. Why you come Bene? Let me higher than me. Before you talk about Bene, let me not higher than me. Let me call who police. I'm going to call who police.
Now you're not entering the team.
My man, you give me chance, man. Let me enter the place. Just watch and see. No, let me enter the place. I can go 2 hours, will enter the place. And will take an issue with them, man. I assaulted me. Let me have assaulted an elected official. You have assaulted me. I will take an issue with you. No, I will take an issue with you. What your brother and see? What you call legally? I will take an issue with him. If nothing is inside, I will assault the speaker. Well, you don't know me, huh?
Honorable Cullba, as a elected member of the parliament, of the Liberian parliament, will
let me tell you something.
This action against you.
No, let me tell you something. I keep this out here for my salary. You understand what I'm saying? I keep this out my salary. My salary need to be paid. People can call me back from a break and they don't want to pay me. I don't have to do pocket work.
I think they are
passing around stealing money.
They are proper way to address this issue. I'm just telling you.
You how I told you, I said to hell with you. If the they may give me chance, man.
Now you outside.
But you saw Hakim outside, right? You saw Hakim outside.
So you feel the deputy speaker betrayed you?
No, I don't feel the deputy speaker has betrayed the cost. I had too much respect for him. I betrayed him.
Could you just place a call to him?
I will not do it.
Maybe the information that you receive is not for the speaker.
I'm going to formal complaint against this man that is not elected. I've been assaulted by him.
That's what I'm saying.
Nothing has been done by it. I will reciprocate on somebody.
So, all right, so let us focus on Liberia. We'll stay here, and Honorable Cullba once more is here, also of the chambers of the House.
Stealing the proper money. I'm a just benefit. I keep here, and I've been called back by the president in the criminal that have been indicted by the American people. You understand? Look, my just benefit will be given to me, and it will. You don't know that?
You've been prevented almost 15 minutes. I'm checking this out. You're out here.
You know me. Like he has supposed to talk. You know that he has supposed to talk.
Your colleague on Rocco is looking. I'm sure you want to ask some question.
On Rocco, I'm saying he talk.
He's a colleague.
No,
maybe he wants to intervene in the situation.
I'm going in there to ask the deputy speaker why you have to betray me.
Problem.
The deputy speaker will want to ask me to come outside. I was not going to come outside.
Probably you will not enter on the session ends.
Let me tell you something. You know why I always take people to court and win them because they don't know our rules. Our rules are very clear. Our rules are very, very clear. Our rules say the only time you can walk me under the plane or under the influence of alcohol. You saw me come outside. Nobody could put me outside. And then if nothing is done, the next time they make in uniform something we're sorting. You don't know me, eh? You again, you don't know me. I don't say something and go against it. These are people I respect, but they don't respect my authority. I was elected like ambassador, criminal ambassador, where we're elected. If I'm not respected, I will take action in there.
Now you almost look like an outcast now from the...
Yeah, I look like outcast like a pa. Like Opo. Opo is an outcast, so I don't let him.
So he said that you...
No problem. That's the reason why we investigate you people on Moko. You went into our budget and stole money for that. And the resolution of every part that you investigate that. And they're stealing the party right doing now. You tell the money to conquer there, and they feeling when they will raise the issue here. Your party right now, they become a serial criminal in the place.
So you're not.
No, I don't want to talk to you, but bring it to me, so I'll respond to you. Come again.
You get mental problem.
No, I got mental problem. They have open get mental problem.
Mariko, will you just come to our camera, sir?
You fool to come to camera. When you open the paper, somebody enter with enter.
So you're going to be a riot, you think? Well, we are following it.
Do not assault me. Do not assault me.
Let's see how it happens. Okay, we're going to follow it up. So this is it. Cullingworth exposes whether he's their prefender by the sire arms. This is it. He's been assaulted and Sullivan fought by the sire arms. You can see that. You can see that.
Leave my hair.
This is it.
Leave my hair. I hope you are doing the recording.
This is focus on the Officer of the Chief of the House of Representatives and Cullingworth is being prevented.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we see what's happening in our country. You see how our societal norms have broken down, and all because our leadership has broken down. Right before us, we see deception. When our leaders cannot rule our society, there's a breakdown in law and order, in decency, in respect for each other. There's a total breakdown. And it's right before us. You mean a member of the legislature is disorderly? You don't have rules to impose on that representative to ensure that the behavior conform to the rules of decency, of decorum, perfect decorum. You would get up and lie to the representative and deceive him and say, come on, let's go outside and talk, with the intention of taking him outside and telling the guard of arms or whoever he is not to let him back into the building, into the room. That's deception. That's low down BS. Some of the people doing our clubs, these people running our government like a club. One man go disturb the whole legislature, and there's no rules. There's no order. You would lie to the man and say, come on, let's go outside and talk, to take him outside and tell the guards not to let him back in the building. So you see, right from the top, there is deception amongst our leaders because they fail to understand leadership. They fail to understand good governance. They run our country like a club. And this filters down to the rest of our society, that our society is so broken down now. Good norms, discipline, rule of law, everything broken down in our society. The police have no logistics, no money, no car, no supplies to do nothing. The police are beggars. You can buy the police because they have nothing. I bring a complaint to the police and the police come to investigate and they don't have no money to investigate. And the person who does the crime that I go to complain to has money and give the money police to help them investigate, I would be guilty. And that's what happened in my country. The law works for the people that got money. The people that ain't got money, sorry, it's survival of the fittest. This is what's in our country today. And our country can't exist like this. People just stealing with impunity, just do anything they want to do. And when they get money, they say that their money. And we know that not their money. Look at Fina Bono. Nora Fina Bono, the protocol head for George Weah. The news say she got all kind of mansions all over Liberia, building, duplexes, mansions, refurnish her father's house, air condition it, fix it up. Where's she getting all this money from? The same thing with the 3 people that they just suspended, they just sanctioned. Where they got their money from? Then they're saying there won't be investigation. Investigate what? Investigate what? My Liberian people, I'm appealing directly to y'all. It's not right. It's not just. It's not fair. You people may be young and think you don't care about it. You get in their pocket change now. That's all that's matter. No. But the older you become and your lives do not change, you still doing the same thing. They still want you to run behind them singing Muya Muya. You will come to the realization that you wasted your life or your lives. You wasted your lives when you could be doing something good for yourself and our country. We need you. We need you. And you cannot be following these people because you know it's not right. Y'all know it's not right. I got to tell y'all know some of the things these people do in our country is not good and right for our people and our country. You got to come to your realization that you people are the future of our country. You people are supposed to be leading us instead of these buffoons. And they're just driving you astray with greed and corruption. All the money they're giving you, our country money, is not supposed to be spent like that. It's supposed to be put to better use. You're supposed to have jobs. Now people giving you handouts. You're supposed to be assured every month of a check. There are people who love you. That's a government that love you. Not a government that will give you $200, $300, even $5,000 to vote for me right now. It's not good. It will not help you. A job with a constant paying check is far better than handouts and pocket change and money to vote for me. No, it will not do you nothing. In the next week, all that money be gone. You go back to the same state you were in before you got the money, suffering. But if you're sure of a job with a paying check every month, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong. And these people in the CDC cannot provide that assurance to you. They can't promise you a check every month. They can't. They can't. And as long as they cannot promise you a check every month, they have failed you. They're giving you the pocket change to deceive you. Just like they deceive Koluba to get him out of that meeting. They deceive you all of you every day to keep quiet and locking you out of your own benefits. It can't go on. You got to rise up. You got to see the truth. You got to understand that this is our piece of the rock. Liberia is our piece of the rock. If we don't protect it, if we do ensure that the people living in our country follow laws and order, none of us will enjoy our country. Our children will not enjoy our country because we'll be persistently fighting each other. We'll be persistently at each other's throat for bullshit. Bullshit. When we can be building a good and viable country for all of us to enjoy. For all of us to enjoy. Why we got these criminals and warlords and slum lords and thugs leading our country today? Why we got these people leading our country and just bringing us disrepute, shame, and disgrace every day? Is this the life we want? This is not the life we want. This is the life for beggars and hoodlums and crooks. This is not the life for a viable, wholesome, functioning Liberian society. This is not the life for us. We can do better. I know we can do better. Look at my children on the Buduboron camp. They said they were drug dealers, they were this and that. Now those children baking. Those children got their classes going. They're even talking about playing activities coming next month. They want to build themselves up. With good leadership, with good direction, with good investment in our people's lives, things can change for our people. Their lives can get better. They can move forward. Their mentalities will change to look at things better instead of looking at things from a thuggish, criminal perspective. That's the perspective our Liberian people got. Everything they think is criminal and stealing and corruption because that's the leadership. The leadership provides them that kind of atmosphere in our country, stealing, criminality, and debauchery, all these kind of evil things in our society. That's because our leadership is evil. And evil begets evil. Let me rest my case on this topic. So, it's up to us. Let me take a break, and we'll start my second topic for the morning. The time of the Liberian people is now.
I would waste it all for you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Lieutenant Commander Glapohkpa Chesson, and welcome to my show. This morning, I'm at Toyin African Restaurant in Providence, Rhode Island, with the proprietor. Ma'am, could you kindly tell us your name and when you started this business?
My name is Toyin Bankole. This business started in the year 2020 during the pandemic period time. That is when this place was found, and then we started gradually. Now today here we are in Toyin African Restaurant on Broad Street, number 45 Central Street.
So it's a bit, I know you just started and you're dealing with the whole Rhode Island community. What about the African community? Do the people know about you?
Yeah. Some African community have known us, so we are still introducing ourselves to the community so that they can know us better.
So what would you like to say to people on my show?
Yeah, I would like to say hi to everyone, my African people, both Liberia, Nigeria, Senegal, those all parts of Africa that are coming to eat here. It's not only Africa. We see a lot of white people trying to eat this my egusi soup with pounded yam. We eat like this. Some will come here, I teach them how to eat this. They will come here, they will use the left right to cut the fufu and use the right hand to make soup. No, I tell them no, this is how to cut the fufu. Then you put the pounded yam, not fufu. This pounded yam, you put it in egusi soup, then you swallow. And it's very delicious.
Well, thank you very much. I will spread your news around, let the people know about your restaurant. Right. I had cassava leaf and rice here, were very delicious. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to Toyin African Restaurant at 45 Central Street in Providence, Rhode Island, right behind the Dunkin' Donuts on Broad Street. You can't miss it. So, thank you very much again, and good luck with your restaurant.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, what's wrong with Alternative National Congress, ANC standard bearer, Alexander Cummings? What's wrong with Alexander Cummings? Because we see he's always in the midst of confusion and can't seem to find his way, in spite of the fact that he has all these people supporting him, these people who are willing to put a lot of cash behind him. He can't seem to find his way. Why? Why, Ellie Cummings?
I would waste it all for you.
I will waste it all for you, Musa Belete. That's what Cummings is saying. Because Cummings has lost his way, man. Cummings joined the ANC. I mean, he joined the CPP, the collaboration of political parties, with Benana Ure, ALP, with All Liberian Party, with Joseph Boyka's Unity Party, and at that time, it was Nombli Kanga's Liberty Party. So, this whole CPP ended up into a ball of confusion. On one side, you had Unity Party, All Liberian Party fighting ANC, Alexander Cummings, Alternative National Congress. Then on the other side, you had the same Musa Belete now, who is the co-founder of the new CPP with Alexander Cummings, embroiled in the hell of a problem with the standard bearer of Liberty Party, Nombli Kanga. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this case between Liberty Party and Nombli Kanga has not been resolved. You got Liberty Party 1 and Liberty Party 2. And now Ellie Cummings is coming to put his short self in between the two people with the ANC. So here we are, these people embroiled in a war, and Ellie Cummings injecting himself in it to join Musa Belete. That's the first point. The second part, the CPP of All Liberian Party, Unity Party, Liberty Party, and Ellie Cummings have broken down. That collaboration broke down completely. Okay? That's the second point. The third point, Musa Belete has a very, very bad track record as a personal human being in Liberia. His record isn't good. He is dishonest. He is known as a crook. Whatever they can say about Musa Belete, the law hasn't caught up with him. He's in bed with George Weah and all these things. That's the third point. How can Ellie Cummings get in bed with Musa Belete? This man already has a terrible track record in our country of dishonesty. And people following him don't care, because people in Liberia don't care whether you steal or not. People in Liberia have no value or virtues. Our country has no virtue. Whether you steal or not, people will follow you. They will want you to be in government. They want you to be in power. They want you to lead our country. That's why Liberia is as the way it is today, broken down. Because Liberian people have no virtues. They don't care about whether you're good. They don't care about character. They don't care about law and order. They will follow anybody. So everybody follow Musa Belete. And we know from time immemorial, Musa Belete has been a man of bad repute, bad character. From the time I heard his name, Musa Belete, there always been trouble with Musa Belete. Always. Always. He always been involved with money business and gas and all these kind of things. It's not new. But Ellie Cummings couldn't find nobody else to join but Musa Belete in a party that is embroiled in corruption and issues of leadership. So what's wrong with Alexander Cummings, man? All the people behind him are decent people, man. Yeah, all my people that behind this man. But this man, I don't know what's wrong with the leadership of ANC. What's wrong? What's wrong with the people in our society? What's wrong with the Liberian society, man? Something wrong with our society. The whole Liberian society is chakla. It's chakla. It's chakla. It's chakla. So criminals in our society, man. So criminals and rogues and deceitful liars and traitors. Man, our country is, our society is chakla. Chakla, chakla, chakla. It's chakla. The family chakla. People chakla. Everything chakla. We got to fix our country. But for me, enough is enough. And I got to rest my case. Because as much as I talk, only God can change things.
I would waste it all for you.
I will waste it all for you. Oh, waste it all for him. Give it all the most ability. I will waste it all for you. You see, no value, man. No sense of character and direction. And it comes, you make me shit, man. I will waste it all for you. Like
I would waste it all for you.
I will waste it all for you. My class is done, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go waste it all for myself now. I will waste it all on me. Yeah. Let's vote for us. I may soon have Representative Anastasia Williams back so we can interview her and find out what Anastasia Power Williams have been doing in Rhode Island. That's one of our power representatives. Don't let her go. That's power in the house. Anastasia Williams. So, besides that, I ain't got nothing else for you for the day, man. I got to go. I got to get loose and go. I will waste it all for you. Yeah. I will waste it all for you. I'm out of here, my people. Good night. Goodbye.